This is probably my favorite session out of this training program of mine. And it might also be one of the better thought out ones in terms of programming out of the whole bunch. I started this one off with jumps, in specifically box jumps. It can be any variation given the week that I'm in, but this one was a full effort box jump with the right penultimate step. Was trying to go as high as possible, and I was doing only 5. When I looked back at it, I slowed it down, and I'm seeing that my femur is just parallel to the box and to the floor, which is the bare minimum that I would like to achieve. I feel like landing in a squat or a deep squat is kind of ego jumping. And supersetting these while I was resting in between jump sets was a few handstands just to warm up my shoulders in preparation for what was coming as an overhead press, so the volume pressing movement for the day. And I was also adding some curls. It was this drag variation. Since I've been neglecting arm isolation movements for a while, it's not really the focus or a priority of my program, but it still is a very useful thing to do, if not only for joint health, as in this case the elbow. When I'm doing a lot of pressing, it's good stuff to add to the program. And this was the big movement strength wise for the day. It was the Nordic Curves. These I always try to pair with jumps because I feel like they synergize very, very well. One is developing explosive strength, and the other one is developing strength and proofing the knee joint. First set, I did 3 full repetitions, and I did 3 more assisted ones. It was a big effort. The third one was a bit of a grinder. And the second set that I did, I was able to do 2 full reps, and I did a few more assisted ones. I am thinking that I would like to progress these to sets of maybe 5, and then I might actually start lowering down the repetitions again and try and do them with the more extended hips, just to see if I'm able to just pull myself back up without bending the hips slightly, which makes it a bit easier. Let's see how it goes. And then I was going up to the upper body. So the movement that I had prepared for was the overhead press, and I used the handstand as a warm-up for that. So my shoulders were nice and supple. I was able to fully extend, and I was doing sets of 6 reps. So I did 2 sets of 6 and 1 of 5. What I've been pondering about is I'm going to progress these 40 kilos until I can do at least sets of 8, so maybe 3 sets of 8, maybe even up to 10, before I increase the weight and go for maybe 45 kilos and see how many I can do with those. I think, and I've seen around the internet from people who are way more knowledgeable than I, that overhead presses and shoulder pushing movements in general can benefit from higher repetitions, so bigger sets, and they can actually recover more quickly, or at least they can take a lot of volume. Same thing with the back and the upper back. I was supersetting these overhead presses with some neutral grip pull-ups, just body weight, just repping them out, trying to be as clean as possible, always aiming at touching my chest to the bar. And similarly to the shoulders, I also believe that the upper back movements, such as the pull-up, can actually be used every day, basically. So long as I do not really load them too much, I can rep these out 2-3 sets every day for 10, 12 repetitions maybe, if I'm able to get to 12 repetitions with good form. In terms of progression and also the way that I see this exercise in this particular session, the neutral grip pull-up is more of an accessory movement that actually keeps my shoulder in a good condition. As I am pressing more, I will be pressing more with the overhead press as time goes by. I would like to keep these a lighter movement, maybe for higher repetitions. And I finished it off with finally also a core exercise. Core is also something that, unless I'm doing leg raises I'm kind of neglecting, same as the isolation for the arms. It's time to get back on track and do serious stuff. Ciao.